All the way from PHX and PDX, it's the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Show. I have saved your Divas division. I have shattered glass ceilings. I have broken down doors. Why? So a bunch of ungrateful, stiff plastic mannequins can walk on through without even as much as a thank you? You, Bros Before Elbows, can't even walk backstage and shake my hand and look me in the eye because you know that I worked my entire life to get here. I gave my life to this, and you were just handed just some 15 minutes of fame. I didn't get here because I was cute, or because I came from some famous wrestling family, or because I sucked up to the right people. I got here because I'm good. I earned this championship, and you know what? No matter how many red carpets you guys want to walk in your $4,000 ridiculous heels, you will never be able to lace up my Chuck Taylors.
Welcome to episode 2.13 of the Bros Before Elbow Show. I'm your host, Tommy, with my host,
co-host,
Anthony Masano. Brothers, Bros Before Elbow Show is back for a July edition. AJ Lee kicking us off. And how's it going, man? How is Oregon? Our mom came up there about a couple weeks ago, man. She invaded.
That she did
the invasion angle. How was that, man?
It was awesome. It was very good. I took her to the Vista House, or Liz and I should say, Total Betty Good. We took her to the Vista House on the Gorge, and then we went to the coast. Took her to Astoria, where the Goonies was filmed.
Nice.
Took her to Cannon Beach, where he took the whole family picture for the wedding, or one family picture that we took. And then we just drove down a little bit and took a really scenic route back. It was really fun. And then we also took her to Saturday Market, but we actually took her on Sunday, so it's like this giant craft bazaar that they have in downtown Portland.
And they still call it Saturday Market, even if it's on Sunday?
It's like a weekend thing.
Weekend market?
It was really good. I got a Philly cheesesteak sandwich.
That sounds delicious. And while our mom was out there, they passed the marijuana legislation, I heard, for Oregon, all of Oregon. There was parties in the street.
It's free to be green.
It's free to be is good, but green is good.
Green is good. Green is chill. Green brings out the creativity in most. That's what I'm after.
We're all after something kind of green. And then I heard you're hulking out in the gym now because you're getting ready to be a dad. Announced on Twitter, and I saw that on Facebook that you and Total Betty Good are expecting a little luchador.
We're expecting a little boy, Rocco Carmine.
Oh my God, Rocco, dude! Little Rocco coming in November. So you're hulking out and getting ready for dad muscles.
Let me explain to you my workout today. Let me explain to you the producer's workout, because this is how you get it to the big time, right? So I show up, I do some little limber workouts, stretch some muscles, some foam rolling, use a lacrosse ball, all that good stuff. Warm up my muscles, do some shoulder exercises, hanging on a bar, hanging out. So today I had to do 4 sets of push-ups at a RPE 8 with a 10-pound sandbag on my back. And I did 14, and then I wound up doing 10 and stayed pretty consistent with that. Right after that, I had to do some dumbbell presses with 40 pounds, pushing through the core of my soul. And I had to do 4 reps of that. And on top of that, I had some cable chops too. I had 4 sets of cable chops. Then I had to go to goblet squats. You ready for this? 64 goblet squats with a 24 kg kettlebell that I'm just holding on my chest, holding right in my hands like a giant heavy goblet. And that was 4 sets of that. I had to do six sets even before I started my sets. I had to do 6 reps before I even started my set. So I had to do 6. And then I wound up busting out like 12 or 13. I wound up doing 64 today. And then I had reverse lunges. Hear me out on this. You ready for this? I had to wear a 10-pound weighted, 20-pound weighted vest in a chain, and I think the chain is like 10 pounds or something, or 11 pounds. So I'm hooked on with some chains in a giant vest. Oh, and I'm holding a 16 kg kettlebell. So yeah, I'm hulking out, bro. I'm hulking out.
Bros before dumbbell curls. Quickly, this show has evolved to go post this on bodybuilding.com, the forum. Crazy, man. That's good, man. That's good. Now Rocco's kicking too in the belly. He's giving you sweet chin music already.
Oh man, I'm feeling those kicks. They're fierce.
They're just feisty. He's already feisty.
Feisty, awesome. Crazy kicks. Hey, so before we get all crazy here, I gotta say something about our awesome sponsor. Our new sponsor is.
Okay. Pause for dramatic effect.
This episode of the Bros Before Oboe Show is brought to you by the new documentary Girl Fight, a Muay Thai story. The document. Pull a little Seth Rollins here. The documentary follows two women from the Girl Fight Gym, an all-female Muay Thai academy located on the Jersey Shore. Hometown, know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The film documents their lives over 18 months as they prepare for fights and deal with life's obstacles inside and outside of the ring. Check out the official trailer and contribute to the film while helping with post-production costs at thegirlfightstory.com. That is thegirlfightstory.com. On to the question of the day, son.
Speaking of girl fights, pick a winner, place your bet, put it all in red, put it all in black, put it all in white, whatever you want to do. Who out of the latest NXT Divas call-ups will go on to have the best WWE career? So all over time, like 5 years from now, who are we looking back and who's the winner? Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, or Charlotte Flair? That is the question of the day. So think about that, and we'll answer that at the back end of the show.
Man, these predictions get kind of tough. I've gambled some pretty crazy choices before.
As long as you don't bring up Sting or Zack Ryder in this question of the day answer, I think it'll be manageable.
Crazy. On to these news and hot angles. Here's our hot tag segments. We got this rumor roundup coming up. I don't really know a whole lot. I've been super mega busy, so some of these rumors are new to me. Dolph Ziggler's injured. When did this happen?
He got injured by Rusev because him and Dolph and Lana were having a little fling, and then Rusev just had enough of it and beat him senselessly with his crutch. So he hit him in the throat, did like a little crutch throat action move, and then I think he has like a bad larynx or something like that. And he got a stretcher job. I think 2 Raws ago.
Is this the same shattered larynx that supposedly Dean Ambrose had?
Could be, man. So I don't know. Maybe we'll go film a movie while he's having his shattered larynx. But yeah, I guess they're trying to keep Dolph Ziggler off TV until around SummerSlam was like a dramatic return.
I could see that. Take some time off, Dolph. You need it.
And they said they might do like a mixed tag between Dolph and Lana versus Rusev and Summer Rae. And it'll be Lana's like in-ring debut, which people are kind of hyped for.
That could be very cool. I could see that playing out well. That's best for business. That's putting your noodle to work.
Hashtag putting your noodle to work. Okay, another rumor, the reason NXT women were all called up on Raw last night was because of the U.S. women's soccer team and all the pub they got, all the press surrounding that, and the WWE kind of want to glom off that a little. Did you watch any of the Women's World Cup? I know the Portland Timbers are huge, and the Seattle Sounders are huge on the MLS. Did you get any women's soccer love over the last couple months?
A lot of people have been watching it. I can't say I followed it.
No hot take on the women's soccer?
Hey, we won. We won. We did it. Champs.
We did. We did do it. No one else did it. Was Bayley. It was either going to come down to the NXT 3 that got called up the other night. It was going to be either Bayley or Becky Lynch. I guess at the last minute, the rumor is they went with Becky Lynch and looked like Bayley's going to have a run with the NXT title, starting with TakeOver in Brooklyn, which I think is in August.
All right, my girl Bayley.
Yeah, hugs.
Hey, man.
Hugs. Hug life.
Bayley's going to hug you.
Bayley. That's like one of the best chants in NXT. Bayley's going to hug you.
I think that's great. Kane is out. My main man, corporate Kane, libertarian Kane, Bernie Sanders Kane.
Bernie Sanders Kane. He is out, man. That's what he gets for wrestling in dress shoes. He was trying to kick Brock Lesnar dress shoes on Monday night. I just felt that was not going to lead to anything good.
You know, you gotta fight in style. There's one thing I know, man. Gotta fight in style.
The producer knows style.
Hey, man, I just know when you gotta throw down, you gotta throw down. If you're wearing some Italian Pumas, you gotta be able to know what's up. You gotta be able to move those feet.
I thought Pumas were for Germany.
Nah, man, not the ones I wear.
Custom-made Pumas.
Man, I got my custom tee on. I just sent a tweet out. The producer is here wearing a custom-made shirt, a $5 million, $5 billion, $5 trillion shirt.
Oh man, you're the El Patron of this podcast right here. The rich. So I guess El Patron was supposed to appear in a show over Texas over the weekend, and he went missing. So, but people say he's just at his home in Texas, and he just blew off the house show, whatever local show that was. So El Patron is okay.
Did they send a search party for him like they did that one guy who was lost in a cave?
Oh, Brad Maddox?
Yeah, that guy.
No, I don't know. I saw Brad Maddox when they did a Dusty Road tribute on Raw, but he hasn't been really doing anything ever since. I saw him like when they did like the 10-bell salute. I've not seen Brad Maddox anywhere else. Speaking of other rumors, so I clumbed together some other rumors from CagesideSeats.com. We get all these rumors from CagesideSeats.com. They do a rumor roundup every morning, so that's something we check out. So I kind of got the best of the weekend. Another rumor has to do with Total Divas. Have you been watching any Total Divas? Has Total Betty Good, has she checked out any of the new season of Total Divas? I think they're only like 1 or 2 episodes in.
I believe she is up to date on Total Divas. I, on the other hand, am not up to date. I've been traveling. I've been styling and wiling and profiling and smiling, baby. Woo!
So you've been stealing Ric Flair's gimmick.
Hey, man, I'm paying homage to one of the greats. Don't make me give you a bionic flying elbow.
You just made me spit out a Italian shaved ice all over my own hand. Live on Periscope. It said, according to the Wrestling Observer, this idea behind this, the main like story around Total Divas is Eva Marie, the redhead. It was a rookie in season 1 of Total Divas and just kind of like getting moved along slowly. The whole thing is it's her versus like the rest of the cast because she got moved out to LA. She's getting like private one-on-one training every day, and she's like appearing in like commercials for like the WWE and like photo shoots. So she's getting like a really big push. So like I guess the storyline for Total Divas is the rumor is that they're going to try to push her as a hard worker who like gets respect. So because they have a lot of big plans for her. Yeah, so Eva Marie, I guess, to be the new hotness in the Divas division. I
don't know, man. You got 3 of these new call-ups from NXT that pack a punch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. You definitely got to step up. It can't be. It's not like the Divas of like 5 years ago where you can just like be pretty and just like do like a 1-minute match. Now like these NXT Divas are take it to like a whole nother level where they can like work a 15-20 minute match.
Exactly. They're doing the endurance race. They're putting on good moves. They're innovative. They're taking risks. That's what it's about, man. That's the style. When you are trying to trend set, that's what you got to do. And these NXT women are absolutely doing it, man. Absolutely. Eve, I don't know, from what I've seen on the show, 30% love you, 30% hate you, 30% don't really care, and I'm kind of a part of that 30% camp.
Yeah, she's getting it's weird because it's like when she was starting out in season 1, she was just like a total like NXT like noob. She couldn't wrestle at all. She couldn't cut a promo. She like didn't know anything about the business. So now we're like 3 or 4 seasons into Total Divas, and she's getting a huge push. And all like the Bellas are against her, Alicia Fox is against her, Paige is against her. So it's getting pretty dramatic over on Total Divas.
We got to get Total Petty Good on one of these shows then to give us a recap. Her and Chrissy G.
Yes. Definitely need a quick Total Divas news update.
Yeah, hey, if you want the Total Awesome Divas back on the show, give us a tweet. Let us know. Comment.
Total Awesome Divas podcast. The spinoff.
Totally awesome divas.
I like it, dude. The other thing I like is Steve Austin's on the cover of WA 2K16. You like that?
That is awesome. Is he chugging a beer?
I think he just has his like old school, like where he raises his hand up. He's got the vest on at the top turnbuckle. I think that's the pose they use for the 2K16 cover. Yeah, so I guess that's his major announcement.
That's cool.
They was teasing a couple weeks ago. So, but they said although there may be something more to come, because WrestleMania 32 is in Texas.
Austin Aries, playable character.
Austin Aries. Playable character.
What if they have like an NXT section in the game?
That'd be cool. Yeah, I think they could probably do a lot with like that storyline, like building your character up and like doing like little RPG elements of that with the NXT and like kind of working your way up. I haven't played any like the 2K versions of like the WWE.
I played one that was the one with Randy Orton on the front. I think it's like 2K12. Or no, that was just WW12. That wasn't even the 2K.
Yeah, it wasn't 2K. Yeah, it wasn't 2K.
I haven't played any of them.
Yeah, neither have I. But you got the Xbox One, right?
I do.
What's the newest game you got for that?
Oh, man. I don't... tell you the truth, man. I went back to playing Red Dead Redemption.
No way.
on regular Xbox. I shouldn't say regular Xbox because that makes you think Xbox One. Old school Xbox, but second 360. That's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, that one.
Oh, they had it on 360? I thought it was one before 360.
No, they had like some other Western games, but this was the one by Rockstar where it's just a big sandbox and you ride around on your horse for about 90% of your time.
It's like Ocarina of Time, except a lot more violent.
Oh, absolutely, man. Brutal. Old West. Okay,
here's another reality show. WWE's just ruling with reality shows on Tuesday nights. So they got Total Divas on E, and they got Tough Enough on USA. But according to the Wrestling Observer, the rumor is USA is very unhappy with Tough Enough and its poor ratings, believing that the format is largely to blame, while also thinking pro wrestling popularity is cycling downward.
Oh, ouch.
Have you seen any of Tough Enough this season?
Not since they didn't pick up Theron.
They did not. They picked a guy on there, Patrick, who's like a younger version of Theron, but he's like he's a African American dude who like knows most about wrestling than anyone. He's like a big hardcore wrestling fan. He's kind of like built like Theron, but yeah, that dude totally stole Team Money's spot. But I think he's gonna win the whole thing.
We'll see if they even keep the show around.
Dude, it was pretty bad, man. I watched the first episode of Tough Enough, and it was just like really sloppy. It was a lot like you would notice it because you're the producer and you're like production, like audio engineering. Like a lot of the stuff, like the mics were low when they talked, like the background music was really loud, like the camera like cuts were like really sloppy. It was like a lot of little stuff. And then I went to like the studio segment with Chris Jericho and Renee Young. It was like sloppy too, and like the crowd was like the set was like really small. It was like a lot of little stuff that like they fixed from episode 1 to episode 2, but I don't know. I don't really see anyone in the cast that's really like grabbing the attention, which is kind of a problem too when you're on a reality show. You don't really have anyone to root for.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't even recommend. Yeah. Check it. I've given it a lot of chances. I might watch another episode, but I don't know.
Sounds like a bunch of hot garbage.
Yeah, episode 1 was definitely Tough Enough. Was definitely hot garbage, but we'll see if they improve it over the season. And I guess piling on Tough Enough, another rumor is Chris Jericho, the host, is saying he's not getting any love either because Steve Austin was the old host of Tough Enough and saying Chris Jericho's doing a bad job too.
How is Jericho doing a bad job? Raw is Jericho.
I think for Jericho and Tough Enough, like he doesn't really say much. He's like the host, but he just kind of like just says, "Hey, we're going to commercial," or "Hey, look at this video segment from the what happened during the week." He doesn't really have much personality on there. So I mean, he really hasn't been in a position to succeed, which sucks because I think we love Jericho, right?
Dude, I love Jericho. Yeah. Absolutely, I love Jericho. That stinks, man. But you know what? Maybe they're underutilizing him on the show. I think he's got great talent. I think he could just host the show and not have to, tell people when it's time to switch to a different channel.
Speaking of Jared, did you ever catch him on the Beast of the East, that little like WWE Network house show where he wrestled Neville?
No, I did not see that. Was it
It's
good?
it's the opening match from July 4th. They did a show in Japan, Beast from the East of Brock Lesnar, the headliner, and it was really good, man. Jericho versus Neville like opened up the show. Neville came out first, then Jericho came out as like a surprise like opening match. It was pretty good, dude. Him and Neville had like really good chemistry.
Dude, Neville is a badass.
He's really good, man. I think they're starting a feud of him and Stardust. It looks like.
I really like where that's going, to tell you the truth. I saw part of it on Cage Side Seats. So if you happen to miss Raw, they have if you missed it, watch it here. And I was watching the playlist, and I saw Stardust coming back, and I saw him battling with Neville. I like that. I think that's a good fit for them both.
And it's cool. They even gave it like a special graphic, like before the commercial break. They popped up the graphic, and it was like a comic book version of the graphic, where like Stardust was like the super villain, and Neville was like the superhero. They did like a little comic book cover, which is kind of cool.
Ah, that is actually played out quite well. I like that. Lots of superhero stuff, man. I finally used Redbox today for the first time, and I got and this ties together too, because I got really nostalgic about Blockbusters, how easy and convenient it was just to walk into a Blockbuster and know that your video you want to see is there. You know what I mean? Like, you come home and all I want to watch is Marvel movies. That's all I want to see. So I rented Winter Soldier at a Redbox, and I was like, why is this difficult? Like, why can't I just go to a store, walk in, have a great selection of movies, pick my movie, rent it, and then have like 5 days to watch it and then bring it back? I think that's a great business plan.
Okay, I'm still getting over just the first time you've ever used Redbox. Are you serious?
Yeah, man, because
serious? You've never moved.
I've never, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. It's like I had Netflix, I had Hulu, I had Amazon Prime. All the content's hot garbage. The content is you're spending more time flipping through the catalog than you are actually watching anything on those programs. And it's like, wow, I really want to watch some Marvel movies. I really want to watch some cool new movies. And I'm not going to go out and spend $50 on a Blu-ray DVD. It's not worth it to me. I'd rather just rent it from a store that I know will have whatever movie in stock. The hottest, latest movies. Is that really too much to ask?
You want to bring back from the original Clerks, where was it Randall worked at the video store and Dante worked at the convenience store? So you're thinking, okay, you're going back to the video store model. Well, everyone else is going to like where you can buy it like right from your remote control. You're going back the other way.
Yeah, but if you don't have a device where you can just buy it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, what if you stop using that program? For example, we have Cinema Now, and you can rent some movies, $5-6, whatever, right? Yeah. But if you want to buy the movie, what happens when you stop using Cinema Now? You don't own the movie. You don't own it anymore. You gave it away. You spent $30 or whatever, and you can't even use it as time 5-6 years from now. That's the problem with technology. That's why you have to have a Blockbuster on every street corner.
Oh man, you impassioned speech about Blockbuster. Okay, I did not think this episode was gonna go that way. That was my first job, dude. My first job in high school was a Blockbuster video, man.
It was, and I remember our buddy Ryan got in trouble for when he went to Goodwill and bought a Blockbuster employee T-shirt and just walked into a Blockbuster and just started working.
And just started putting videos back. Yeah. Dude, I would have loved that if some rando just came in and started like putting back those big like VHS tapes and then putting them back in order. I'd love that, dude.
They wound up kicking him out, man. He was trying to volunteer.
Did he get his Blockbuster card revoked? Because once you're like on the S list for Blockbuster, they follow you.
Oh my goodness!
They follow you from store to store.
That's creepy. Is there somebody in like a black BMW that follows you around?
It was like Microsoft DOS technology or whatever. I don't know what the hell they were using. Like, I remember you like type in someone's name or whatever, scan their card, and like it'd show like all their rentals and like all the times they showed them late. And if you lost one of those VHS tapes, it was like $80.
Oh man! See, that's how they stayed in business.
They didn't stay in business. That wasn't not for. Yeah, they hung on. They hung on until about 2012. And now after 3 years, you're trying to bring them back, resurrect them from the dead.
I'm just saying, if you want to rent a movie, you should be able to rent your movie. You know what I mean? Someone's like, just download it on your phone. I don't want to watch it on my phone. I don't want to watch it on my iPad. I want to watch it on my television where movies are meant to be watched.
Get DirecTV.
You know, no. Now I got to deal with the satellite, and I got to deal with contracts, and I got to...
The Comcast, the heel of this podcast, the original heel of Comcast. That's just season 1, Bros for Elbows info right there. Go back and listen to the tape.
That's some throwback right there. If you want some history in your podcastings, that's some history for you. So we got a couple minutes here before we hit a break. But let's go through some of this Raw recap. First, I want to talk about Seth Rollins, who I know would support me in my cause for reviving Blockbuster. Or Hollywood Video. Or Video Paradise. That's what we're doing. We're bringing back Video Paradise.
This Video Paradise, the cool thing was about that is they had like Sega Genesis and like N64 set up like in the thing, so you could just like sit there on beanbag chairs and play while your parents shopped for videos.
Brilliant idea.
That was a brilliant idea.
Brilliant idea.
Seth Rollins got brilliant ideas back on track.
He does. So Seth Rollins comes out and has his little fumble, stumble, slippity slam, whatever, which was really funny, by the way. I thought that was hilarious. That will never be lived down. I'm sorry, buddy, but that's just too funny. But he comes out and he's poking the bear. He's poking the bear that is the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And Lesnar is looking strong. Everybody's loving Lesnar. Everyone's hating Seth Rollins. And I think this is a good shift. Do I think there's going to be monkey business during that match? You're abso-darn-lutely right there will be. Because everybody's just expecting Lesnar to win, but you know there's going to be some type of shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how Seth Rollins could pull this off, man. I mean, Lesnar's being built up so big, dude. He's just like the mystique, and he never got pinned for the title, so...
Can Suplex City be burnt down?
Do they have like a good fire department? I don't know. Can Suplex City be burnt down?
I don't think Suplex City can ever be burnt down. Ever.
They're good with axes because they destroyed J&J Security's car with that fireman's axe a couple weeks ago.
That was pretty crazy.
That was awesome. But yeah, man. Are you surprised they're doing Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins like at Battleground, not saving it for SummerSlam? Just kind of like, I don't know.
Does that mean Lesnar gets the title back and we get a rematch at SummerSlam? Could drag on that way.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I mean, because you have to have Lesnar at SummerSlam. You have to have him at Royal Rumble. You have to have him at WrestleMania. So
here's what's gonna happen from some bonehead writers, right? Lesnar's gonna win the title. We get Cena versus Lesnar SummerSlam, 9 million, and then we also get whatchamacallit, John Cena losing the title to Kevin Owens in terms of his U.S. title.
So that's the swap.
So basically, all we're getting is Lesnar loses to John Cena at SummerSlam, and then it's just the LOL Cena generation once again.
Why would WWE go back after John Cena's been like so successful as the U.S. title, like with the open challenges and his feuds of Rusev and Owens have been so good?
You want to know why? Because you're punking Dolph Ziggler and you're bringing back Sheamus versus Randy Orton.
Oh God.
That's why. And you have Big Show back. Nobody likes Big Show. Nobody likes Big Show. Big Show doesn't even like Big Show.
Big Show gave up on Big Show. What about Ryback?
But that's what they gave it. That was the next match. Randy Orton and Ryback versus Sheamus and Big Show. Ryback, I don't know. I don't feel any connection with him as the Intercontinental Champ. I just don't feel it. There's no like, yeah, I believe in you. I believed in Daniel Bryan. I don't believe in Poop Eye.
Yeah, but he's feuding a Big Show, so Big Show can't. I mean, you can't believe if you don't believe in Ryback, you really, really can't believe in Big Show because that's the feud for the IC title is right now.
Is Big Show evil or good? Who is he right now?
He's just like I don't know, like a complacent show, like a indecisive show,
mediocre daytime show.
Yeah, daytime. It's like Judge Judy. It's just like it's just on and like it's on in the background. You're like too lazy to get up to the remote and change it. That's Big Show. It's no longer the Big Show. It's just the meh show.
You know, I didn't get to see the next match, Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt, but what I did know and notice is all of a sudden Bray Wyatt has now become this butcher. He wears like a butcher apron.
Well, why is that? I didn't get. I mean, yeah, he just showed up one day of where's his like wife beater and where's like tank top. Now he's just wearing like a who's that Texas Chainsaw Massacre like Leatherface vest. They never
I
really
don't
explained
get
that
it.
plot
He's
point,
not
yeah.
really like a artisan of any kind or a mason or anything that would require him to wear that garb.
Well, did he construct that rocking chair that he had? Did he like he did...
Maybe he's a carpenter.
That's not a carpenter vest. That's the best. It goes back to your original point. That's not a. He should be cutting meat in like a meat locker.
But he's not. Instead, he's being creepy, walking around with a lantern, haunting people's dreams.
Well, the thing with the Dean Ambrose Bray Wyatt match that Roman Reigns like popped out before Bray Wyatt got into the ring and just hit him with like his lantern and started beating him up. So I think that like kind of works good because Bray Wyatt's been haunting Roman Reigns for the last like couple weeks. So Roman Reigns kind of got like tricked him for once. So they're setting up Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt at Battleground, which could be cool.
I'd be down for that. I know we got more not rumor recap, Raw recap here. Mm-hmm. We got to hit a break real fast. When we get back, we'll shimmy through the rest of this list, and then of course, everybody's favorite when it comes that time for pay-per-views, the picks.
Sweet picks. Place all your money. Go to Vegas. Fly to Vegas this weekend and play some Battleground picks.
Thanks for listening to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Show. You can find us on the web at www.brosbefore4elbows.com. And of course, that links to our other social media sites. Just search Bros Before 4 Elbows on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and iTunes. Have thoughts, opinions, or input? Reach out and tag in. Thanks for listening. And now, back to the show. Welcome back to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Show. If you don't know that you got the glow, then you gotta show your elbows.
Well, I forgot if it's hip hop beat or what the commercial is. I think in between. Oh, there you go. There's the beat. Yeah. Coming back with some Raw recap, and we got some Battleground predictions. We left off Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt on Raw, which Roman Reigns interrupted. And then the NXT Divas emerged to challenge Team Bella. Nikki Bella came out, cut a promo. Stephanie Mac came out, a Stephanie McMahon Raw appearance, which is nice. And then she started introducing the NXT Divas. Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and then finally Sasha Banks are all on the main roster, all at once. It's kind of crazy. How'd you like that intro?
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was so great for Stephanie Mac to call up the women the way she did. I thought that was perfectly done. Perfectly executed.
Yeah.
Precisely placed.
Precise precision.
Intricately induced.
So the new teams are Nikki and Brie Bella and Alicia Fox, Paige, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte, and then Naomi and Tamina came out, and then Sasha Banks joined up with them. So we got like trios, 3 different trios of WWE Divas, and they had an awesome like little like brawl. And, like the whole crowd was like chanting, "This is awesome!" And they were chanting NXT. I love like when they chant NXT on Raw. I think that's like really cool. It feels like an old ECW kind of chant.
Yes. Yeah. NXT. That's rad, man. Man, those women, this is what the WWE needed. This perfect shakeup, this perfect timing to really let these women shine.
Yeah, and they put on, it was awesome, like they ended the segment with like Charlotte locking on the figure 4, Becky doing her like little armbar thing, and Sasha doing her little like crossface like submission on the Bellas and Alicia Fox. I think that was a cool closing segment to that, man. And yeah, there's totally stepping up a level, which I think it's like time, man. It's like 2015, I know Vince McMahon, like WWE's had a horrible history of like women's wrestling and like divas. It's been pretty up and down. It's been pretty like I don't know, discriminatory and stuff like that. So hopefully, Stephanie Mac and Triple H got more in charge, and NXT is just shining with the women wrestling. That they'll get some more respect on the main roster and get some good storylines going. Because man, that's like a lot of talent in that ring between those 9 people. So they could do a lot of cool storylines with that.
It's happening, man. The revolution, the women's revolution is happening. And it's starting in WWE.
It's good. I think now is a good time, and hopefully they'll let women vote one day, too.
Oh, man.
Totally Betty Good didn't hear that. She'll hit me with a crossface.
She would, yes, karate chop your throat.
Injured throat. Next up, the New Day versus the Primetime Players and Mark Henry. So New Day versus Primetime Players, a nice little feud going, and then add Mark Henry to the mix. Busted a World's Strongest Simon like Xavier Woods, and then they did the $1 million dance with Mark Henry in the middle, which is awesome.
Millions of dollars. That's cool. Yeah. Primetime Players, man, they're still the champs, right?
Yeah, they're still the champs. They're them versus New Day at Battleground, so that's good, man. I think it's a good feud. No Usos, no Los Matadores.
Man, that was so 2013.
Every week.
That's when we got our classic Orton. That's when we got our full fixins of Orton and Sheamus. Sheamus and Orton. Orton and Sheamus. Sheamus versus Orton. Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Hey, next week on Raw, Sheamus versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton versus Sheamus at the next pay-per-view.
That's all they would do. They wouldn't change any of the stipulations of the matches. They just changed the announcer's cadence.
All they would do is spice it up.
They were like, F this, we can't. I mean, we've given you a ham sandwich for 79 consecutive meals.
I bet you haven't seen Sheamus fight Randy Orton.
Breaking news coming through the wire through WWE.com just reported this. Tonight on SmackDown, we're going to have Sheamus versus Randy Orton. Exciting breaking news. Oh, gosh. Another feud that could probably go in a tire fire. King Barrett versus King What's Up. R-Truth versus Wade Barrett. Like, what are they doing to Wade Barrett? They made him win the King of the Ring title, and now they're having him feud and losing to R-Truth like every week.
There's only one king. And we know who that king is. That's R-Truth.
Oh God, you favor R-Truth in this? Have you jumped off the ever since Josh came on the show and laid it straight about King Barrett and Ryback? Are you off the Barrett train now? After all the chances he's gotten,
Barrett lost to the true king. R-Truth. R-Truth has been needing this push ever since the days of Randy Orton and Sheamus.
That's when it was Miz and R-Truth. The Miz, what was it? Awesome Truth or whatever?
Yes!
Awesome Truth versus The Rock and Cena.
You know, R-Truth deserves this. Barrett, on the other hand, you know, I gotta say, the guy's been handed a million opportunities. He's been given a million opportunities, and just, I don't know what's not connecting, but you know what is connecting? R-Truth running around with a bath towel cape and a plunger and a Burger King crown. That gold.
That speaks to the working man. Yeah, that's equal ratings. I agree. Okay. So yeah, so I think I previewed your pick. Then like from going to that, whatever the hell that is, going to the complete opposite end of the spectrum was Kevin Owens versus Rusev versus Cesaro for the #1 contendership for the US Championship.
Oh man, to see Cesaro and Kevin Owens in the same ring again. Dude, oh no, wait, I don't think they ever fought in ROH.
I don't know, maybe before, but definitely before our time, maybe before like when they first came up. But yeah, I haven't seen any tape of that, but that would be cool to maybe look back through ROH's archives and see if they have any of that. But yeah, man. Plus added Rusev. Rusev's just a powerhouse, and he's getting really, really good in the ring, dude. He did like a suplex on Cesaro where they suplexed him to the outside, or Like he like grabbed Cesaro, who was on the top turnbuckle, and Rusev was on the apron. He suplexed him to the outside,
Oh man.
which is wicked. And then another good move was what they did, like a triple German suplex, where like
I did
oh
see that where
oh it
Owens
was
wasn't going to get slammed, and then he went behind Rusev, and then Cesaro wound up doing the German suplex and like basically took out all three or both of them.
that was a I mean the last 2 weeks. I mean they had Cesaro versus Cena like 2 weeks ago, and I think before that they had a good match with Cesaro or Owens and Cena on Raw. Or but they just been having these U.S. Championship matches, dude. This like whoever is like the best worker on the roster just gets like called up into these matches, and they just put on a damn show. Like
That's what it's about, man. Performing to your max, giving the performance, man. Capturing that feel, that raw grit.
It was so great, man. So I don't know how they're gonna top Kevin Owens versus John Cena on Sunday, the third installment, but I guess they're gonna try.
I think Owens is gonna win. I'm throwing out my early prediction. I'm an Owens man.
Oh man,
I'm an Owens man.
That would be amazing. Yeah. So basically, the story was Owens like ditched out on the match because he's saying, "Hey man, I got my title shot on Sunday. Why am I gonna come and kill myself right now for this matchup for Raw?" So Rusev eventually wore down Cesaro. So Cesaro was like gets a match right then and there for the U.S. title, but he's worn out. So Cena just kicks his ass. But then Cesaro reverses into the Acolyte, and then I think Owens comes out and kicks Cesaro in the head or something. So Owens went back to the back, and he came back out for the John Cena Rusev title match. And
that's sneaky Owens.
he basically says he vows to take the title from Cena on Sunday, and then he wants to be the one to take it from, not Rusev or not Cesaro. So I don't know, maybe on Sunday, maybe Rusev and Cesaro kind of play a factor into the match, to have some run-ins for that U.S. title.
I don't know.
It's fun. We see a lot of like finishers out of nowhere hit, and
I like where that build could go, though. I really like where that could go.
Yeah.
So they brought out the cast of Tough Enough, but I guess that's not really super important. So we'll go to Neville versus Stardust. We talked a little bit about that already. Well, we didn't actually talk about the match, but the storyline is I'm really digging where that's going.
Yeah, and Stardust is back being a heel. Neville's, of course, the baby face is the awesome moveset, and good match. And Stardust won by roll-up. They grabbed the tights. A little heelness.
The roll-up.
The roll-up. Stealing it from the Divas division.
What happened with this contract signing? I didn't get a chance to watch that.
So it was pretty normal. Like, I guess, like, before the contract signing, Kane and, like, Seth Rollins, like, met in the back, like, saying, like, hey, you got the plan? Yeah, I got the plan. So I'm just reading from CageSideSeats.com, their live blog. They do a Raw live blog every Monday. They say it better. So Rollins says he's tired of watching the Cadillac being destroyed. Therefore, he shows footage of him and Authority beating down Lesnar. The two men take their seats. Paul Heyman cuts a promo about wanting to see someone destroy Rollins since Rollins destroyed the Shield. And basically, Lesnar hasn't said anything yet, but he looks at Rollins and he says, I mean, he reaches under the desk and he grabs like a piece of the axe from when Brock stole the beat up the Cadillac, the J&J Securities Cadillac. So I guess the plan was for Rollins and Kane to hide that like little like stick under the contract desk, but Lesnar knew it was there somehow. So he reaches under their desk and he flips over the desk and like throws the shield like towards Rollins, like, say, man, you want to use this? Go right ahead. I'll still kick your ass.
Nice.
So then Lesnar turns the table over onto Rollins, knocks Rollins off his chair, and he goes after Kane, starts beating him up. And then Kane and Rollins do the numbers game, and then something happens where like they move to the outside, and Rollins like flies over the ropes at Lesnar. Lesnar catches them, like F5s them, then starts beating down Kane. Hits a German suplex on Rollins, and then he puts Kane's ankle on like the steel steps and crushes it.
Oh, gross.
At that point, Rollins just like runs away. He runs to the crowd, and then Lesnar just murders Rollins. Murders Kane again. I think he hits him with another F5 after that. So
he doesn't go on a rampage and F5 the cameraman?
No. And then Lesnar leaves the ring, and then Rollins sneaks back in the ring, cuts a promo on Lesnar, and then cuts a promo on Kane, saying he fails all the time. and he stomps on Kane for good measure. So Kane is definitely out of the Authority, and he's not going to be helping Rollins on Sunday.
Who's going to help Rollins?
I don't know, dude.
Is Rollins going to help Rollins?
Yeah, because J&J Security's out too, because I think they got beat up on the Cadillac 2 Mondays ago. So, yeah, I don't know what's left for Rollins. Who's going to come run out and help him? Big Show? I don't know.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we should get to the best segment in the world. I just made that up. But it is a fun segment. This is our picks. This is always fun. This is the time of the hour where we, my brother and I, get to pick who we think is going to win.
Make some. We need to go back and have a standings, like a tote board or a leaderboard or something like that. See how these picks have been going since WrestleMania.
A pie graph.
A pie graph. Yeah, good old bar graph. So first, I think the opener for Battleground is R-Truth versus King Barrett. So
I got my money on Truth, baby.
You know what? You kind of convinced me. I'm going to go jump on this R-Truth train too as well. It's King Barrett, you had your chances. Now it's time for R-Truth to shine.
R-Truth did pin Ryback when Ryback was undefeated at a house show. I'm just pointing that out.
And then he pinned Bo Dallas too to break Bo Dallas' streak too as well.
Do not underestimate R-Truth. He is a silent killer.
Silent assassin. Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt opens the pay-per-view, it looks like.
Oh.
That's really good. I mean, that's two young guns. That's two guys who could be headlining WrestleMania one day, maybe.
Bray Wyatt.
You got Bray Wyatt? Man.
But I have a feeling he's going to lose to make Roman look real good and solidify Roman's spot.
Yeah, see, I was thinking the other way. I think they were going to knock down Roman a couple pegs so they could build him back up. So, but I think they're going to rematch at SummerSlam. Either way, I don't think this feud's over. So, I'll take Roman Reigns to win the first one, and then maybe Bray Wyatt to win at SummerSlam. So I'll take Roman Reigns on Sunday. Oh gosh, it's a triple threat for the IC title: Ryback versus Big Show versus The Miz.
Ryback. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I can't. This is go take a break. Go grab another beer. Go hit the snack bar. Yeah, I'll take Ryback too, and hopefully that they
grab some goose and juice.
I don't know what that reference is from.
No, man, some Grey Goose and juice, some fresh squeezed juice, and some Grey Goose and juice. Randy Orton versus Sheamus with Grey Goose and juice and goose. Goose in that juice in that goose with Sheamus versus Vintage Randy Orton.
Vintage Randy Orton. So who do you like of that? Sheamus or Randy Orton? Or does it be a double DQ? That's an actual Battleground match that we have to pick for some reason.
You know what's going to happen is Los Matadores and the Usos are going to come interfere that match, and it's going to be just a SmackDown reunion.
Nice. Use a bit of Ultimate Brawl. Okay. Go for the DQ finish. I'll just Sheamus by shenanigans somehow. Man, I don't even see him.
He is Mr. Money in the Bank, so you know he's going to win.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless they decide this year they're going to punk whoever the Money in the Bank winner is. And let's say Randy Orton wins it, and then let's say Randy Orton loses it to Sheamus.
So they can continue that feud all the way up to Royal Rumble?
Exactly.
Oh, gosh. Oh. The Primetime Players versus the New Day Tag Champs. Who do you got?
I got Primetime Players, man. Fresh blood. They've been, well, I can't really say fresh blood, but fresh champions. They deserve it. I'm down with millions of dollars.
Yeah, I think they retain too as well. But damn, the New Day is so good, so entertaining. All three of them. There's a perfect little combo meal. The Big E, the Kofi, and the Xavier Woods. We're so
Day rocks. New Day sucks. New Day rocks. What is it? Who knows? Whatever you want it to be. They get so mad when anybody tries to goof up that chant.
It makes it so good. So yeah, I'll go the New Day just to be different. Co-main event: John Cena versus Kevin Owens. Dude, is it Cena gets another prospect, beats him down like Bray Wyatt and Rusev? Does Kevin Owens go that way, or does Kevin Owens break the streak of the cheese pizza?
Kevin Owens breaks the streak of the cheese pizza. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because Cena's had his run, just like King Barrett. He's had his chances. He's made the U.S. title look strong. Kevin Owens has made the NXT title look strong. And now, with the upbringing of the women from NXT, you got this whole big, huge momentum behind these developmental guys. And Kevin Owens has always completed what he said he would always complete. He said, I'm going to do this, and he has done it. So, we're going to see Kevin Owens win that match against John Cena. And it's going to be an amazing match. But I got all my money on Kevin Owens.
Oh, man.
There's no way John Cena is going to retain. Who would he lose it to?
Right, you're right. I mean, John, if he's not gonna lose to Kevin Owens, who is he gonna lose it to? You're right. But he's John Cena, man. I mean, like, WWE always makes them win, so I really want Owens to win. I wish I could pick him, but I think John Cena's gonna win, and Kevin Owens is gonna move on to something else, maybe. But I don't know how they kind of do that. So Kevin Owens doesn't
not without a title on Owens. Owens is getting that title. I know he is getting that title. And
he lost the NXT title to Finn Balor. Actually, too, as well, at the Beast in the East paper house show in Japan.
I did not see that.
So good. That was a pretty good match, too. So Kevin Owens got no hardware right now, so he really needs that US title. But, man, I'll go John Cena. I don't know how that's going to happen, or how maybe they will do a DQ finish and save for SummerSlam. But that'd piss people off, so I don't know.
But that's how you drag it on, man. There could be a Cena Owens 4. Mm-hmm. The real 3.
Well, I like that. Hopefully, they work Cesaro in there too, as well, somehow. Because I think
that would be rad if it was a 4-way match. What if it was a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam?
Oh, that'd be cool. I like the fatal 4-way, like elimination style. Would be cool too. Someone gets eliminated every time they get pinned, so it gets down to back down to Owens and Cena. Would be kind of cool. No, that'd be good too. Main event: Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, champ versus ex-champ.
Paul Heyman cuts the best promos.
I heard you taking notes on them.
I love Paul Heyman. I believe in his philosophy. Simplicity is key, and only state the facts. Paul Heyman has stated facts that Brock Lesnar, as a challenger, has defeated whoever he was challenging. Not to mention, he has conquered the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that resume is looking fat, man, now. And something NCAA champion,
UFC champion.
I mean, yeah, like wrestling champ. I mean, young WWE champ. Came back after like a decade away from WWE and becomes champ again and beats the Street Conqueror. Man, that's a fat resume on jobbing.com for Brock Lesnar.
Oh my goodness. The only person who can stop Brock Lesnar is Kevin Owens.
I thought you were going to say Sting.
That would be sick. But Sting, you got to sit this one out. I'm sorry,
he would
man.
Get broken so bad, dude. His body would just be killed.
Brock Lesnar, you have done killed him dead. You have done killed Sting dead. He done died.
Oh, but can Rollins do it, dude? Can he like cheat his way? Can he like roll up the tights? Can he put like his legs on the rope? I don't know, dude. Like, how could he cheat Lesnar out of a win on Sunday?
The strategy with Brock Lesnar is kind of like a chess game. You have a start game, a middle, and then an end game. And Rollins has to survive the start of the game because Lesnar's just going to toy him around. He's a beast. Mm-hmm. He's out to just have fun with you while he destroys you piece by piece. So if Rollins has the endurance to withstand a lot of major hits, I think he stands a chance. He's going to have to slow down Brock Lesnar. He's going to have to work on some limb that preferably his legs if he can, if he can get to it, to slow Brock Lesnar down. That's his only chance. Because if Lesnar has no foundation, he's limited on where he can go.
Yeah.
I think Rollins possesses that. I think he can. He'll put up a good fight, but I don't think he's gonna win though.
Yeah. There's a lot of mystery. Yeah, I'll go with Lesnar too. I just can't see how Rollins is gonna do, especially without Kane and J&J Security helping him out. So, all right. So yeah, it's our picks. So,
seems like it's kind of a short list. It seems like other pay-per-views have a lot more going on. This is kind of bare bones.
Yeah,
and at least it feels like.
It's only 7. I mean, it got the top 2 matches are good. Reigns vs. Wyatt should be good, and the tag match should be good. The rest is kind of just filler. So it's like 50-50. But I don't know. It's not like it's SummerSlam or Money in the Bank. It's not like it's just Battleground. Whatever hell Battleground's supposed to be.
You got to fill something in for the month.
I guess, right?
In your house. Barely legal.
December disremember.
That's right. Dismemberment December. ECW Starcade. With your main event, Randy Orton versus Sheamus at Bash at the Beach 1996, featuring Randy Orton versus Sheamus, Mr. Money in the Bank, performing live at the Ritz-Carlton. It's Sheamus and Randy Orton.
I hope they're headlining house shows like every weekend from now until WrestleMania. Randy Orton versus Sheamus.
Welcome to Family Feud. We have the Sheamus family versus the Randy Ortons.
It just never ends.
Survey says Randy Orton versus Sheamus.
100 people were asked what their favorite match was, and here are their answers. Survey says Randy Orton versus Sheamus.
What we should bring to light real quick is our new sponsor. This episode of the Bros Before Elbow show was brought to you by a documentary. It's called Girl Fight, a Muay Thai story. And basically, here's what it is. The documentary follows 2 women from the Girl Fight Gym, an all-female Muay Thai academy located on the Jersey Shore. The film documents their lives over 18 months as they prepare for fights and deal with life's obstacles inside and outside the ring. I urge everybody to go check out the official trailer and make a contribution to the film, because that's going to help out with post-production costs. And you can check that out at thegirlfightstory.com. That is thegirlfightstory.com.
Yeah, I believe this is the last week for their little Kickstarter campaign. So, or Indiegogo, I think was they're on. So, go check out the trailer and contribute if you can. Anything helps. But
and don't forget. Sorry, I just took a big mouthful of mashed potatoes.
Okay, so.
RKO'd by Randy Orton. Those potatoes. No, but go check out our website, brosbeforeelbows.com. Check out our Facebook page. Just search Bros Before the number 4 Elbows. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook. Find us on YouTube. YouTube is our main go-to. That's where we put all of the goodness. And you can actually check out a promo that I cut about this show on the YouTube. It is up. If you have been checking out the tweets, kind of our late night, because we do film around 8 o'clock Eastern or whatever, Pacific time, Mountain time, Goat time, Magic Cheese Wheel time. But if you've been checking out the tweets, you'll already have seen the promo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, check it out. It's a pre-show promo. It's definitely worth a minute and 8 seconds of your time.
Thank you for listening to the Bros Before Elbow show. I'm the producer, and I'm getting the fudge sickles out of here.
But not before you answer the question of the day.
I gotta answer the question of the day. Becky Lynch. I circled it.
Exactly. Looks like a reminder. Pick a winner. The question of the day is, who out of the latest NXT call-ups will go on to have the best WWE career 5 years, 10 years from now? You pick Becky Lynch? I'll go with Sasha Banks. But man, Charlotte Flair, she's got the height, she's got the strength, she's got the pedigree. So, well, why Becky Lynch though? She's definitely got unique characteristics. She's just a spark plug.
I go against the grain. Because everybody wants Charlotte, and I believe she will have an amazing career. That to me is like stating the obvious. You know, she will have undoubtedly an awesome tenure in WWE and be a part of the revival to the women's division. But I think Becky Lynch has this grit about her, this realness about her, this kind of aura that you can get behind and really believe in. And I really like that about her, and I think that's going to take her places.
Yeah, she's got a cool moveset. I like the submissions. I'm just going to Sasha Banks. I think that boss character is just going to, that's really, a really strong character, and she's totally, living that. I want to see how she can do it with being a face, but if she's a heel, I think she can go really far with that, too, as well. So, exciting times in the Divas division. Exciting times on the Bros Before Elbow show. All right?
As always.
Drop some elbows on your friends, people.
The Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Show is an AC Rocket Ship production.